When Daniel Tucker wants to relax, he sits down at this beloved Ethiopian spot for spicy and flavorful platters, never-ending injera, and then, if you know, upstairs bar, he heads to Abyssinia in West Philly.
My name is Tedla Abraham. I'm the owner of Abyssinia restaurant. We opened Abyssinia in 1995. Somebody else was running. Then when I came from Boston, I found out Abyssinia was for sale. Then I moved to buy the Abyssinia restaurant. The ingredient we use like a homemade ingredient. You know, the chef is the best. She's my wife. I'm not cook. I'm manage it, but I'm not cook. Like, you know, she's not cooking like for a business. She cook like home. Since from a child, she liked cooked. And then, you know, our family was big family. She was learning from them, their cooking style. And veggie combo is different. The combo is green lentil and cabbage, you know, mixed cabbage, potato, carrot, and string beans. And then we have yellow split pea and red lentil, green lentil. Meat combo and some other delicious foods. You know, I was driving a taxi, and then I moved to have a restaurant business instead of driving a taxi because I love to work with the people and then to serve the food, the drink, you know, and then make some kind of living. You know, I feel good, and I feel community is very nice area. The people, everything is, I don't have no complaint. Everything is good. I ask them if they eat, if they are vegetarian or meat. I ask them. And then they say vegetarian. I tell them to pick vegetarian combination. The first time they don't know what's favorite, but once they test it, they love it. They come back again and again. They never leave anything. They finish the whole thing. We bring them. They love it. My favorite. Everything is my favorite. I cannot name it. Everything is my favorite.
Daniel, this is a West Philly institution. Why did you pick it?
You know, Abyssinia is my go-to place either for a date night with my wife or a big group dinner. I feel like it can accommodate any size party. It's always really fun. It's fun to eat with your hands. There's this great bar upstairs that you can have a drink at before or after. What more could you want?
It's great for groups because a lot of the food comes out and it's in platters. They have a ton of different combination meals. But what was everyone's favorite bite? I'll start with you, Craig. Favorite bite?
Yeah, so I really liked almost all of it, to be honest. I would have eaten any of the various options I got on my combo platters again. I thought the lentils were so good, the chickpeas, really all the vegetarian options were amazing. But I thought the most interesting thing was the kitfo, which is like the marinated raw beef. Texture-wise, it reminds me a lot of steak tartare. But taste-wise, it's completely different because the spice mixture they use is just so good that you just get this like rich kind of velvety bite of spices that was really incredible and worked really well with the injera.
There's nothing more satisfying than getting a handful of injera and then, you know, getting to select which combinations you're going to fold into that particular bite. So I took a little shiro, which is the chickpea, you know, flour kind of stew, and then picked up a little bit of fresh garden salad on the way, and then landed finally in the chicken tibs, which are just super moist, well-spiced chicken, and all those together had a great crunch from the salad and just incredible flavor.
Best bite for me was the tips for fur. Just the marinated goat, you could tell like they took their time with preparing it. Just a lot of flavorful spices. I actually wanted more of it, to be honest with you. I should have ordered more, but it was just fantastic.
I got something that I'd never had before, which was asa, which is a whole fried fish, and it was really incredible, really well done, super moist on the inside, but crispy on the outside. Fun to tear apart and, you know, roll into the injera bread. And something that I have had before but took a greater appreciation for this time was shiro, which is like a chickpea wat, I think is, you know, what it's called, like a stew. And it was just really incredibly creamy. And then gomen, which is like a green, like a collard green or a mixed green of sorts that's sauteed.
So as appetizer, we got the katanga. So they were strips of the injera with bear spice, which my girlfriend doesn't like spicy foods, but I do. So I ended up eating most of it. She did enjoy it, but the spice levels were pretty high, I thought. But then for our entrees, we got the shrimp tibs, and then I got the fur tibs, which is the marinated goat, over the injera, and then you just roll it up and eat it. So it was really good.
I went with a couple friends, and I feel like we had so much fun. They asked us if we wanted our food family style because we had kind of ordered separately, and we said yes. So they just brought out this like huge platter filled with all sorts of different meats and stews and everything. And it's just a great time to, rip off a little bit of injera, scoop up whatever you want, and, just eat and enjoy with friends. It was awesome.
Derek, as a first-timer, what was that experience like when you came in? Were the servers helpful in helping you navigate the menu?
Very much so. Actually, on the menu, they had definitions of some of the terms of the food. So that was very helpful. And if we had any questions at all, if we weren't sure of anything, we could just ask the server. So that was very helpful.
We didn't ask too many questions, but I agree. Having a little glossary on the menu was quite nice, so we kept cross-referencing back to that. And we did ask about Ethiopian beer options, and they gave us something called Abyssinia, which I thought was really good. It reminded me almost a little bit of Heineken, but a little bit of a different flavor, and it went really well with the food.
And I know the assignment was to eat at Abyssinia, and y'all did great. But we cannot not talk about the bar upstairs, formerly known as Fume, but now it's called the Upstairs Bar at Abyssinia, because it is a scene. Craig, did you get a chance to check it out?
I got a yuzu knot cocktail, which is made using the Japanese liqueur that's really citrusy. It was really well crafted, and just the vibe in general is totally charming, and it just felt like a really fun place to hang out.
We went upstairs. It felt like you were sitting in someone's living room. They had a ton of beer options, drink options up there. It was just like a very cool environment.
Daniel, this was your pick. Sum it up for us.
Well, if you want a place that you can go on a date with another person or a big group spontaneous dinner without a reservation, Abyssinia is a great place to gather people and share, scoop up some delicious treats with your injera bread, and then go up for a cocktail upstairs at Abyssinia.
And Craig, how would you sum up Abyssinia?
Yeah, I would say absolutely delicious Ethiopian food with really fun bar options too.
And Derek, what's the big takeaway?
Excellent, authentic Ethiopian restaurant. You can sit at the bar, you can go with a large group, or go upstairs and catch a show.
Check out Abyssinia for yourself, located at 229 South 45th Street in West Philly, 215-387-2424. Reservations are not accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $20.